All right. So can you tell me the importance of being in this film?
Not only is it a true story, it's a story about Asian Americans, and it's also a love story, and it's incredibly inspiring. And yeah, I'm so proud that it's out there, and we put all this work into it.
Can you tell me about the role you play in the film?
Yeah, I play Shaolin Shah in the movie, and the movie was based off of a letter that Shaolin had written in his final weeks battling cancer at a very young age, and that letter, became viral, was topped by media publications, and so the movie about his life and the story between him and his girlfriend came about years later.
For the movie was just the classic, like reading it over and over again a lot, developing chemistry with Kapil, which was very easy. We got along so well pretty much immediately. And we got to meet the woman I play. So it was really, getting to meet her really informed a lot of that as well. But I wanted to also not portray her too exactly, because we did take some liberties with the story as well, and I also that's being an actor.
Can you tell me some of the takeaways you want people to go home with?
Oh, to enjoy your life as it is, to be really present in your life, appreciating the small things in life, appreciating the people in your life who love you, because life is really short. It's a cliche because it's true, and you just have to live in the present and enjoy every second of it.
Well, this film is based on a true story of Shaolin Shah, which is an inspirational story of a young man who was diagnosed with a terminal diagnosis of cancer. And the story is about how he lived out the rest of his life and imparted sort of the way that he wanted other people to live their lives and appreciate everything in every moment. So that's sort of what set the movie off and how we all kind of came to it.
Can you tell me a little bit about your role and your character in the film?
Yeah, I play Rima Shah, who's the mother of Shaolin Shah in the film, and her character is about how she has these great hopes and dreams for her son, and when the unimaginable happens, she has to figure out how to let go of her dreams and hold her son through this difficult time.
Can you tell me about how you prepared for your role?
Learning the lines and just a lot of walking and talking to myself, and then texting him and being like, "Can I improvise?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Then I won't learn the lines anymore." No, it's weird for me to talk about acting. It's just all in the head. You have your own process and you do it, but you learn the lines. That helps. It's good to know the lines. Yeah.
This movie truly is taught me more about being present and not taking things for granted.
It inspired me to figure out about how to live.
Yeah, just to be grateful. Simple as that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My character is myself. The film is about my life growing up in inner city Chicago. I grew up as a hustler, and I make this transformation where I change my life. I make the correct choices that I should have made before I became a hustler. I go back to school, become a reformed man, end up getting married, having children, starting a business, and change my life. And that's how I decided to go back and tell my story because of a tragic situation that happened in my life. I decided to write my narrative about my life so that people can understand why things in Chicago exist the way that it does. And I'm talking about the violence and things of that nature that you see publicized in the media all the time.
Well, it's in the title, A Little Hope for Chicago. We're here to spread a message of hope. And so Kevin, the life that he led and what he was able to overcome and become the man he is today, we want people that are in his shoes today, like when he was a young man, people that are in that situation now, to see his story and know that there is hope for them. And that's pretty much what we're going for.
What inspired you to write the story?
Actually wrote this during the pandemic, and it was a lot of the internal kind of struggles and things that I was seeing around the world, and how everyone was getting involved in just these echo chambers of whenever we ran into something or someone we disagreed with, we would just block them. We would just shut it down. And this is about somebody going through a mental health crisis who everyone abandons him. And because it's the easier way out. And this is this person confronting that, and it turns into the most strange and funny and disturbing and heartfelt situation you can imagine.
Can you tell me about your character and the role you play in the film?
Yes, I play Carl, who's sort of he's sort of going through an existential crisis throughout the film. He falls in love in the film. He falls out of love. He also sort of gets disbanded from his main friend group, who he came up with and grew up with, and so it's sort of his journey of being disinvited to his best friend's wedding and deciding to show up anyways, and everything kind of goes off the rails from there.
Can you tell me what intrigued you to come on this project?
It was 2020. Devin and I made a film together about 9 years ago. It was the first day bars opened up in LA. We met up, and he presented me with
Real inspiration.
he presented me with 3 ideas, and one of them was disinvited. And I said, "Hell or high water, we're making this movie. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's gonna happen," and it happened.
You guys can describe the film in 3 words. What would it be?
Strange, scary, and funny.
Thrilling, exciting, and weird.
Betrayal, heartache, and lust.
So, how important is this story to be heard?
It's so incredibly important because people really lose sight of the importance of joy in their life. So this film really shows what happens when you do something purely for joy, not because it's monetary, not for any other reason, and that it feeds your soul. And by doing that, to watch the absolute amazing transformation these people undergo.
I was one of the dancers, and I was on a team that was incredibly fun. It was a salsa team. We all wore costumes that were so much fun, lots of fringe, and it was something that you would never wear on Halloween.
When I did my solo performance, just going around, jumping, doing a circle, and all I was just thinking is, don't break a leg. Like,
My name is Frederick Taylor. I am the director of the film The Third Country that is premiering for the world at the Dances with Films Film Festival in Los Angeles, California.
What inspired the film?
You know what inspired the film is me as a person of color that comes from a diaspora that feels a sense of obligation to all people that come from diasporas. Love thy neighbor. That we need to extend ourselves beyond our own community and lift up other communities. By lifting up other communities, those other communities will lift us up as well. And I think that's the answer to a lot of our problems culturally.
What was one thing you took away that impacted you on a personal level?
That I found out that I had a lot more in common with people that come from the Eastern culture of this planet than what I have been told and taught as a child growing up in Western culture in America as someone who had been captured, bought, and sold in America, where no one taught me anything about anything of who I am and what I am, and that I have more in common with people that come from the East than I actually do with people that come from the West. My social media is all over, proliferated, and it's at FR3DER1CK at everything. You can Google that. You'll get everything. My name is Frederick Taylor. Pretty easy to find. Frederick like Frederick Douglass, Taylor like Elizabeth Taylor.
I think a highlight right now is about this film is working with your friends and your family. I got to do this with my beautiful wife, my good friend Kevin. Some amazing talent: Billy Burke, Taylor Hanley, Raul Trujillo. I got some great cast, and we have a fun ride.
That's a really good question. I would say it's. Why don't you take this one?
Not everything is
Not everything is as it seems. That is what I was going to say. Yeah. All right. Not everything is as it seems.
You know what? I'll tell you that as quickly as I can. This fine gentleman who's been my friend for many, many years approached me about 6 years ago, and he gave me a 2-line pitch, and I fell in love with the concept, bought it right away, and then 6 years later, here we are, thanks to this young lady.
Without giving too much away, give us a quick synopsis of the story.
So, Morning Rock is about a park ranger who is estranged with his wife, and he has lost his kid, and then zombies appear.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Music video. So it's about a girl who has struggles at home, but she kind of finds, her way out through music.
What inspired it?
I don't know. I recorded all the instruments for the song, so I kind of listened to it a bunch, and I kind of listened to the lyrics, and I kind of pictured things as I went on, and I kind of like pieced together a story. It just kind of came together. It's a drama, but it's set to music because it's like a music video. And she kind of finds herself through the music. So
The takeaways you want the audience to walk away with?
keep creating. I really enjoy it, and I think that finding the joy in it makes the art even better. And I really enjoy connecting with people through it. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun. Instagram at Nicole Semeka 9. And yeah.
Thank you so much.